Hello miners, welcome to Rusty Miner here, and today we're going to do another Who Wore It Better. Although I might not call this one the Who Wore It Better. Those videos don't seem to be getting watched as much, but anyways, we have a Remette wild species, we have the Kubey, this is a Momentum in Oz 10, and of course the Civivi Sokoke in 14C. All these run between about $45 and $55. I think the Kubey comes in right at 56. This base model is about 62. You can get this as Sokoke and, what do we call it? Damascus and micarta for upwards of 93 to $100. Maybe get this Kubey in some different. You can get this one in titanium, by the way. So let's focus on these one at a time. This one, I do have videos out on all these. The Remette really has, it's got 14C, it's got a very interesting blade. I'm going to let you guys watch the reviews on it. But to sum it all up, they missed the mark on design, I think. We have the thumb studs here. You need to put your thumb behind it, and the thumb studs are too soft, too smooth, okay? And then what are we going to call that? The detent was very strong on this when I first got it. And other than that, ergos are great. I haven't tested the steel. Coming in at $45. And part of these series are partly for you guys to judge on your own. The next would be the Kubey Momentum. I do have a video out on this. I should have a couple videos by now. This is a Sharif manganese design. Sharif has his own steel, manganese steel. There's his logo. They did these in D2 and Oz 10, and I got the Oz 10 and I sharpened it. I wanted to see how it sharpened. I'm thinking about doing cut test comparisons with Kubey's Oz 10 and Civivi's 14C. We'll do a little comparison, so guess which knives I'll be using. Anyways, it's got pretty nice ergos. The clip, not the absolute best, but not horrible, and an interesting move up. Remember, the other one does that as well. Very interesting blade shape. It's got that kind of a drop point with that top swedge and a lot of belly coming through here. The action on this, I did take it apart, and very nice, very nice. The Civivi. So this one is $62. It's a Ray Laconico design. It's got 14C 28N. I sharpened this up. It comes to a burr exceptionally fast. It's so thin right there. I like the G10 the best out of all three of these. It has some texture in it. Let's see if we can take a peek at that. I did have an issue with this when I went to take it apart to clean it up, which I did. I was screwing on this and it was backing out over here. When I got it out, this pivot screw had been cross-threaded and Loctited from the factory in there. So for $5, Civivi sent me a whole screw set, the pivot, what you might call kind of the collar here, and these screws. So I have extra screws now, but a little bit disappointing is it doesn't drop like either one of those other two. And I don't know why that is, but now just the same, it's not hard to shake down. The detent on this is my favorite. It's just perfect. It's not too light. It's not too strong. It's not going to come out, but it's not, you can just break it and it's just perfect. So we'll go with that. This detent is strong, but can make it work. and this detent is strong as well. We're going to do a little bit of comparison with the blade shapes, and you guys can see what we're really looking at is kind of the belly and the point. So this has a lot of, you know, power, a lot how that blade drops down. You can get all that edge there. What this has, it has this, when you come down here, look at it, how the front belly is sort of angled right there. And that makes for nice when you're actually cutting. So I do like that. In addition, it's got that point where this one is different. Now this one, a little bit of a combination of the two in that we have that front belly, where I'm talking about is right there. Little bit of a drop down, but it also being more of a drop point and has a little bit more of a thicker point. So with that said, this one's not going to make the carry that much, although it does carry well. This one, I like it. I'm going to keep it in my regular carry drawer. And for me personally, even though it doesn't look like it, I really like the Sokoke. Let's take one last look how the liners are locking up, because these are all so similar with thickness of the liners, really kind of with the access, which is good. And we've gone on long enough, so maybe you guys can chime in and let me know what you think. And thanks for joining the miner.